Hey guys, welcome to the Chef's Backyard. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a delicious chicken salad that you can entertain with. The holidays are coming. Wouldn't you like to show up with a great dish? Today we're going to put it on croissants with a little bit of spinach. Let's take a bite. Yeah, you're going to love this recipe. You ready to cook? Let's go! First things first. We want to start with a nice sharp knife. I've got this little knife sharpener. This side will sharpen to 15 degrees. Let's go ahead and we'll give it a couple of passes. We've got a rough side and a smooth side. Then we can turn it over and do the smooth side. And we'll flip our knife over again. And now we can check our knife for sharpness. Sharp. It's a nice sharp knife. So for our chicken salad, we'll need a few ingredients. We'll need some cooked chicken, some celery, some lemon, some red onion. You could also use green onion or pretty much any onion you have on hand. And then to make the dressing, we'll need some mayonnaise, salt, and pepper. This is going to be a classic chicken salad. For the chicken salad, I like the vegetables to be cut really thin, kind of fine. So let's go ahead and cut our celery in half. And then we're going to want to cut it into more manageable little strips. We can get rid of some of that. Set that to the side. Now once we've got those strips, we can go ahead and cut it into real fine pieces. Now you can only do this with a sharp knife, okay? So you want your knife to be nice and sharp. That's why we started out by sharpening, by honing the edge, okay? All right, so we'll grab our bench scraper. What we're doing right now, guys, is we're doing our mise en place. And basically what that means is we're getting our vegetables and everything cut up so that way we have everything ready for whenever we assemble it. There's your celery, diced celery. We're going to take our lemon. We're going to roll it first. You start to release the juices that are in the lemon. So whenever you squeeze it, it's going to give you more juice. We'll cut that in half. And we have our onion. We're going to go ahead and cut that in half. Then we'll remove the outer layers. They're kind of tough, hard to chew through. Now, you can do it a couple of ways. You can leave that there. It gives you a little bit of a handle. Or you can cut it off. The choice is yours. Use our bench scraper. So now, the old way is to go ahead and cut through this. You want to lay your hand flat. The tighter, the thinner your cuts this way, the smaller dice you can get. But this is kind of dangerous. So, I don't know, choice is yours. The way the chef's knife is curved allows you to cut this without going all the way through your vegetable. And again, the smaller you dice this, the finer dice you can get. Okay? We're just going to cut through this onion. And now we're going to turn the onion this way, and we'll cut across. Okay, I'll do it this way too. We'll cut across it. And that way, as you can see, your onion is diced. And then just hold on to this. If you want some onion strips or something for the rest of the sandwich, you'll have that available too. We'll grab our scraper. Oops, there's a couple of big pieces. We can get rid of those. And there's your diced onion. We'll go ahead and wipe our station down. Nice clean knife, right? Now we're ready for our chicken. And we'll take our chicken. This chicken is poached and chilled, and it's kind of going to fall apart on us. But I like to do kind of about 1/4 to 1/2 inch pieces. I think that's a good size for a sandwich. Again, just cut it down, turn it, stack a few pieces together. You can also do shredded chicken salad. That's a nice one, and you'll see that a lot with rotisserie chicken. And you just want to take your meat, find the way that the grain is running, and then just peel it apart. And that stacks up nicely, especially if you're serving it over salads or, you know, even in sandwiches. Just gives it a different texture, a little different look, makes it kind of fun. But there you have some shredded chicken. Okay, and same thing, if you want that cut a little bit smaller, you can kind of cut through it, but a lot of times you want to leave it long. Since we're doing cube chicken salad, we'll go ahead and cut that up. And there we have it. We've got our diced chicken for our chicken salad. Alright guys, so we've got our ingredients prepped out. We have our chicken cubed. We've got our onion and celery diced. We've got our lemons cut in half. Now let's take our bowl and we'll go ahead and we'll start mixing our salad dressing. For this recipe, we want 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. So I have a 1/4 cup measure here. We'll do that twice. There's 1 and 2, so that's a 1/2 cup. Into that, we'll go ahead and squeeze the juice of 1/2 lemon. Calls for a tablespoon. This is a pretty big, pretty juicy lemon. We're gonna add some salt, probably about a teaspoon. Same thing with our pepper, probably about a teaspoon. Then we want to go ahead and combine this. This is going to be the dressing for our salad. Now, we 1/4 cup of celery. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of red onion. We'll give that a mix. And by doing it this way, all of the flavors from the celery and the onion are starting to mix with the mayonnaise and the lemon juice. And so you're kind of already intensifying the flavor of that. Now let's add in some of our chicken. I like to kind of do it in steps because that will help you to get a better mix on your salad there. And then we'll go ahead and just combine all of that. Take a look, see if it needs more dressing. Have a taste, see if it has enough salt, pepper. I do like where the salt is at. I'm gonna add a little more pepper on there. And now you can make this ahead of time. Make it the night before for your event tomorrow. And that just lets the flavors really set in, kind of combine. We can make a lemon twist. Cut it real thin. Make a slice. Makes a real pretty garnish. And there we have it, guys. There is our chicken salad. All right, guys, so we've made our chicken salad. This is the classic chicken salad. I'll also give you some ideas on ways to change it up. But now that we have our chicken salad, what are we gonna do? Let's make some sandwiches. And remember, we also bought some celery, so we can do some celery boats. Maybe we'll start there. I'll take this little bit off right here, just to kind of make it a little more even. Not so wide, and so that way it can fit inside of your mouth, right? And so we can do a piece about like that. And then we'll do another one the same size. And another one the same size. Okay? Okay, and then to get the celery to sit flat, you want to just cut the bottom a little bit so that it can sit flat. See, instead of it rolling over, now it's sitting flat. Then we can take our chicken salad and scoop it in. That piece of chicken's big. And now you have a gluten-free, high-fiber snack or appetizer that your guests will love. And now we can make that sandwich. Let's go ahead and we'll take our knife. I like to use a serrated knife, and we can cut into our sandwich. I like to go from this side and come back here and leave just a little bit of a flap. If you cut along the cutting board, it'll help you to cut more horizontal. See, if you leave that open, you have some room to fill it. We can put a base of some spinach leaves. This will keep your bread from getting soggy, but it'll also add a little more color and a little more liveliness to your salad, to your sandwich there. And you want to take about a 1/4 pound of this chicken salad. Then we can place our sandwiches onto a plate, or maybe it's just time to eat them. But there's your sandwich, there's your celery boats, all with your delicious chicken salad. Let's take a bite. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this recipe.